Steph Hodge with BoardGameGeek here with Daryl Jones and Splatterdeek Games. And we got Dobbers, Quest for the Key today.
We do. This is the official birthday weekend of Dobbers. So it shipped to our backers starting this week.
So this is the final production.
This is the final production.
Excellent.
So yeah, really excited to have this game. I mean, I've been working on this game for 2 years, and I still pick up the cards and kind of rub them after getting these beautiful cards in from our manufacturer.
It's all very beautiful, everything about it. So
awesome, thank you.
Sure. What is the overview of this game, and how did it come to be, sort of thing?
Yeah, well, the overview is that you play a Dobber, which is like a forest gnome. They live in the Always Green Forest, which, if you heard the other game, the Always Green card, there is a connection.
I'm like, that reminds me of something.
Right. And you are trying to get to the key, because the key unlocks rot, which will destroy the forest. So you have to get there first.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
You all play heroes. You just want to be the one that's the first hero, and you are going to do so by collecting different weapons, armor, and items to equip your hero with. So
nice.
The box originally was going to come with 4 heroes, but through stretch goals we actually have 16 in the box.
Whoa!
So there's lots of different
huge.
heroes. There's a lot of heroes.
That's a lot of replay.
Yeah, and there's just a little bit of variance in each hero, so you get to kind of have a different strategy depending on who you're working with.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So let me hear about a turn. How does that go?
Excellent. Yeah. So the game uses the deck building mechanic as a way to equip your hero.
Cool.
Everyone starts with a traveling kit, which you'll put on your hero, and a weapon, which is the wooden knife. So everyone starts with those two. But wouldn't a flaming sword be a whole lot better?
That sounds like way cooler.
That sounds like way cooler, right? So, but to do so, you're going to acquire those cards. You're going to spend bottle caps. You're going to collect these cards. They'll go in your discard pile, and then you'll cycle through. And then when they come back up, if you did have 9 bottle caps, which takes a little work to get to, then you can equip that item on your hero, giving her these additional action points. 2 plus 3 is 5, which is way more than 1, right?
Yes.
So you're going to use those as you move along the board to overcome some challenges. So we're going to make a fictitious challenge now. How about that? Right?
Sounds good.
When you play Dobbers, one of the most striking parts about the game is you actually are playing not against the board, not against some AI, but you're playing against the other players creating the board. So you might have your friend put the clockwork tower in front of you, and you're moving along, you're building up your equipment.
Maybe not so much a friend.
Maybe not so much a friend. And then on the next turn, another player says, well, that's not good enough, so we're going to put the rat wizard in the clockwork tower.
Oh.
And now he's underneath there. And just like your hero can have weapons, armor, and items, guess what? The bad guys can too. So we can take the bow and arrow and give it to the rat wizard, and that's all under there.
Wow.
As you move along, you're going to use your action points that you're collecting from your hero's equipment and their other stats and any cards that are in your hand to try to beat this challenge. But you only have the implied information of how much it costs and what color it is. When you decide to go there, you commit to it, and we're going to flip everything over and reveal the action points necessary to win the challenge.
Uh-oh.
This is a bad one. I wasn't trying to make it horrible for anyone, but 6 total here, plus 2. We've got 8 action points there, and you needed 3 to even get to this area.
Oh, wow.
So that's a total of 11 action points you'd have to defeat.
Seems like a lot.
It seems like a lot, especially in this part of the board. Usually the bigger ones are up here as you get closer to the key. You'll have a lot of fun playing this game because there's so much replayability.
Yeah.
And you learn strategy as you play the game, especially with repeat plays. Let me give you an example.
Sure.
The clockwork tower has a little cloak in the corner here, depending on which camera I should be looking at.
Yep, right here.
Yep. A little cloak in the corner. And if you have a cloak card equipped to your hero, you'll have an advantage over that clockwork tower. So as you see on the back, there's 2 sets of numbers.
Oh yeah, with the cloak, it's a little bit easier to defeat.
Yeah, so that's just one of the ways that you can strategize to put yourself in a better position to win the game.
Perfect.
There's a lot more work into the game, but I want to leave that as a surprise for you when you play it. There's 38 locations and creatures.
That's a ton
of replayability.
I mean, you're never going to get the same combination,
right,
probably.
Right, and over 200 cards here. Not any equipment like Flame is repeated. once.
I would always go for the flame.
You would always go.
sword.
This is the best. The best.
Sounds
card.
the best.
Yeah, it is.
So the backers are getting it.
The backers are
and
getting it.
so what about us people who didn't back it?
Right. So the game will be available on my website as soon as fulfillment is completed.
And that website is
Splatteredink.com. So you can go there, and plus your friendly neighborhood game store should be carrying it.
Perfect.
At least.
And the price point?
$49 for the base game. There are some expansions that will be exclusively available through my website, so you can check those out too.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Daryl.
Great. Thank you.